This is Team Six's presentation of Our Great Adventure by Lisa, Theresa, Alex, myself, and Lindsay.
On our great adventure, we got to enjoy 6 fantastic destinations: Denver, Colorado; Austin, Texas; Phoenix, Arizona; Los Angeles, California; Astoria, Oregon; and Everett, Washington.
For the first leg of our trip, we traveled from Everett, Washington to Denver, Colorado. We chose to fly there because both locations have local airports, and this was also one of the longest legs of our trip. Once we touched down in Denver, we decided to head over to Denver Zoo, since it is one of the most popular paid-for tourist destinations in Denver. After this, we decided to go to Larimer Square to grab dinner, and we also picked up some handmade pottery from the store 5 Green Boxes, which is another popular tourist spot. After that, we started on the second leg of our journey, which Nick will be explaining.
The next leg of our trip takes us from Denver, Colorado to Austin, Texas. We rented a party bus to enjoy the long ride and arrived after a 14-hour road trip. While in the city, we rode a dinner cruise on Lady Bird Lake and enjoyed the scenic views of Austin's city skyline. On our way out of town, we stopped by a souvenir shop for a corny Texas t-shirt before heading to Phoenix, Arizona.
On the next portion of our trip, we traveled from Austin, Texas to Phoenix, Arizona. We decided to rent a motorhome on this leg of the trip, which gave everyone the opportunity to rest up. We ended up driving for a total of 1,006 miles, which took about 15 hours and 40 minutes. Once we arrived in Arizona, we embarked on a 2.5-mile hike to the top of Camelback Mountain and enjoyed the incredible views it had to offer. We were really in luck. The saguaro cactuses were in bloom. Before leaving to our next destination, we picked up a scenic postcard in saguaro cactus to remember our hike.
For this leg of our journey, we traveled 642 miles from Phoenix, Arizona to Los Angeles, California by train. The train was cost-effective, and we wanted to save our money for LA. California is famous for their beaches, so we went to Malibu and made sandcastles and learned how to surf. As a souvenir, we each filled up a jar with sand as a tangible reminder of our adventure.
Next, we traveled from Los Angeles, California to Astoria, Oregon by cruise line. We decided to do this to add some fun and travel by water. Once we exited the Astoria port, we decided to check out the historic Lewis and Clark Trailhead to learn some U.S. history. We were so interested in the history of this trail that we decided to pick up a keychain to add to our keys to remember the historic landmark. We then started our last leg of the trip, which Lisa will be discussing in our next slide.
We didn't want to end our adventure on an anticlimactic note and drive back in a car. We rented motorcycles and drove 209 miles from Astoria, Oregon to our starting point of Everett, Washington. In Everett, we went to the Boeing Future of Flight Aviation Center and toured the gallery. Boeing has a long history in Everett, and it was fun to learn about the past achievements and future plans of the company. On our way out, we each got a model airplane as a souvenir.
We as a team really enjoyed this trip and will keep these memories forever. Our group worked very well together, but although our group had many successes, there were also some challenges. One small challenge was coordinating meetings that worked with everyone's schedule. Everyone had school, work, and personal related tasks outside this project. So working around that put some bumps in the road. An example would be when Theresa broke her ankle last week. Although that was a challenge, we as a team worked around it and got our trip project done. Our lesson this week was communication. Communication is very important for our group so we can successfully finish our project. We managed to do this well and we got it done. We were quick to respond and had clear communication throughout the whole project. We effectively used learning goals as well. Learning goal 8 was great to use during this road trip. We facilitated effective team communication, including how to conduct an effective meeting. We also used Learning Goal 12. We effectively managed team tasks and goal settings, deadlines, and priorities. We hope you enjoyed our road trip project explanation, and thank you for your time.